Casper and Leesa are two very similar and two very popular mattresses, but which one should you get? That's exactly what I'm going to be talking about today. My name is Joe, I'm from Mattress Clarity. I'm going to tell you the pros and cons of each mattress, the similarities between the two, and the differences, and letting you know who should get one over the other, so stay tuned. Let's talk about what's similar between these two mattresses, and there are a lot of similarities. The general concept of the construction is pretty similar. They'll have a latex-like layer on top over memory foam in the comfort layer. It's in the same general firmness range, so I think some may say Leesa is a little bit softer, some may say Casper is a little bit softer, but generally in the same firmness range, so that's something to note. Both very popular, come with great customer service, very customer-friendly policies, things of that nature, so there are a lot of similarities here. All right, we know these two mattresses are pretty similar, but are there any differences? Well, there are a couple small differences. Number one is price. It's gonna run you about $200 more expensive for a queen for the Casper than it is for the Leesa, so that's something to note. Casper is gonna have a little bit different construction. It's gonna feature an extra layer, a transition layer, so that's something to note. It also has something called zone support, so it's gonna be a little bit firmer when you're on your back and stomach, in the middle of the mattress. It's gonna be a little bit softer underneath your shoulder if you're on your side. Let's talk about what the construction is of both mattresses and see what the differences are. Starting with the Leesa, we have 10 inches in total. We have a base layer, then 2 inches of memory foam, then 2 inches of a proprietary foam they call LSA 200. It's kind of latex-like, it's pretty soft, it's very responsive as well, good pressure relief overall. Moving on to the Casper now, we have a base layer, a transition layer, then memory foam, and then a latex-like layer that's pretty soft as well. The transition layer is zone, so it has zone support. It's gonna be a little bit firmer in the middle, a little bit softer up top, so if you're on your back and stomach, it's gonna feel a little bit firmer. If you're on your side, it's gonna feel a little bit softer underneath your shoulder. So what does that really mean? Well, the construction overall is very similar, the feel is gonna be very similar, but there are some subtle differences. The fact that Casper is thicker overall and has a transition layer may mean it is more appropriate for heavier people, maybe a little bit more supportive. And the zone support with the transition layer is gonna make it a little bit different. So if you're a combination sleeper, it's probably gonna be potentially better in that it's gonna be softer underneath your shoulder when you're on your side, and a little bit firmer if you're on your back or stomach. So that's really the main differences there. All right, now let's talk about differences in firmness and feel. These mattresses, again, the feel and the firmness is very similar. I put the Leesa at about a 6.5 out of 10 firmness-wise, and the Casper is 6, but I can definitely see how someone might think it's actually reversed. It's in the same general firmness range. The feel is gonna be pretty similar as well. It has a nice balanced foam feel, both do. With that memory foam in it, you're gonna kind of sink in a little bit, but not too much. So definitely the feel is pretty similar. I would say that because of the zone support of the Casper, it is a slight difference there in that it's gonna feel a little bit firmer when you're back and stomach, and a little bit softer when you're on your side. Now I'm going to talk through how I feel in different sleeping positions on both mattresses. Starting on the Casper, on my back, definitely a good match for me there because that zone support is going to be a little bit firmer, more supportive on my back, great match. Leesa's a pretty good match as well. I'd say it's about a tie, maybe a slight preference towards Casper for someone of my body type. Switching on to my side now, definitely good pressure relief on both mattresses. So on the Casper, because that zone support is a little bit softer underneath your shoulders, definitely good fit there. And Leesa, just a very good fit overall as well. So about a tie there as well. Switching on to my stomach, again, because of that zone support, I feel like the Casper has a slight advantage here. It feels a little bit firmer, more supportive when I'm on my stomach. Leesa is maybe just a little bit too soft. Mattress Clarity love our pressure map testing because it shows you exactly how well every mattress relieves pressure. So I get down on pressure map, lie down on my back, side, and stomach. What really matters is these side sleeping results. You'll see anywhere from blue to no pressure all the way up to red to high pressure. So if you throw up the side sleeping results for both mattresses here, you'll see that it's very similar. My experience is that they both relieve pressure very well, and these results show that it's about the same and they both relieve pressure very well.
Hey guys, Martin here to offer a different perspective. Joe's 5'9", 160, I'm 6'7", 230. I'm a larger person, I want to give my experience with these two mattresses. So today we have the Leesa mattress and the Casper mattress. In terms of firmness, I said the Leesa was a 6.5 out of 10. The Casper here was also a 6.5, maybe a 7 out of 10. In terms of sleeping position, starting over on the Leesa, really nice for back sleeping, my hips sinking just the right amount, not too far, good back sleeping overall. On my side, good pressure relief as well on my shoulders and my hips, a little bit of pressure but not too much. On my stomach, the mattress is definitely too soft for me, I am bowing at the hips, getting out of alignment. Over here on the Casper, sleeping on my back, very nice, even better than it was on the Leesa. So the zone support, my hips sinking the right amount, even more lumbar support, so very nice for back sleeping. On my side, a decent match for side sleeping, not quite as pressure relieving as I felt on the Leesa. On my stomach, better support than I felt on the Leesa. So what does that mean? I think if you're a heavier back sleeper, I lean towards the Casper. Heavier side sleeper, lean towards the Leesa. Heavier stomach sleeper, lean toward the Casper.
If you sleep with a partner, there's two additional things you're going to want to consider when looking at a mattress. It's motion transfer and edge support. Motion transfer is basically, if your partner is moving around that side of the bed, is that motion going to be isolated or transfer over and possibly wake you up at night? Edge support is basically, can you sit or sleep towards the edge of the bed without feeling like you're going to fall off? In this case, with motion transfer, I'd put it about a tie. They both isolate motion quite well. On edge support, I would say they both don't have the best edge support, so I'd also say it's a tie there, and they don't have the best edge support. All right, now the moment you've all been waiting for, which one should you get? As far as who should get the Casper, because of that zone support, it's gonna be a little bit firmer when you're on your back and stomach, and a little bit softer when you're on your side. So if you switch positions at night, I feel like it's gonna be the better option. It's also thicker and has an extra layer, so I think heavier sleepers will find it to be more supportive. So if you're a little bit heavier, I'd probably look towards the Casper. Now, as far as who should get the Leesa here, it's a pretty similar feel overall, pretty similar construction, but it's gonna be $200 less for a queen. So if you just wanna save money, really can't decide, I would go with the Leesa. And lastly, if you're a lightweight back or side sleeper, I think you probably would like the Leesa a little bit better. You like the feel overall, and I don't think you need as much support as you would like with the Casper. All right, that's basically it. Hopefully I've given you a good overview of the construction of both mattresses and what the main similarities and differences are. Hopefully the decision is pretty clear, but if for some reason it's not, just leave a comment below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And if you're just getting started on your mattress buying journey, definitely check out mattressclarity.com. If you want to see a full list of my top picks, simply Google Mattress Clarity Best Mattress. Once again, let me know if you have any questions.